Hello, album enjoyers. Quick note to remind you of the Enjoy an Album Patreon page. For £5 a month, you get 2 extra episodes a week. They are ad-free. They are your fun, regular, normal episodes. Just me and Chris just fucking chatting and scatting about some of the best and worst albums of all time. Or you also get the access to the back catalogue of Patreon posts we've already done. Robbie Williams.
Iron Maiden.
Lin-Manuel
Miranda's Hamilton.
That was a good one. We've recently done Janelle Monáe.
Ed Sheeran, Janelle Monáe.
Ed Sheeran. Oh, the Raytons. Yes, there's been some really good episodes on there, so worth it. If you've run out of pods.
It's not like extra stuff. It's not like some podcasts are like, oh, hey, we recorded a wee bit extra. This isn't like the fucking trimmings, man.
No, this is your gourmet album enjoyer experience.
This is an extra meal.
Absolutely. And you might be like, I don't want an extra meal. I'm full. Well, this is a better one that you won't be more full of. So how about that?
That is what we offer.
You also get early access to live shows, which is probably one of the biggest sells. So sign up to Patreon now at patreon.com/enjoy an album. Before we chat to Eleanor Morton about Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats, we have a question from the Patrons.
The original 1998 version of Cats.
Yes, sorry, Cats 1998. Not the original version 1982. This is the
1981 original West End, and then 1982 on Broadway, of course.
Richard Parry asks in the Ultras Only questions thread, have you been able to drop any facts you've learned doing the podcast naturally into conversation to seem like a big muso and impress your friends and family? Example, the Steps tour was on the news, and I was able to tell my wife that the Rachel Stevens song Sweet Dreams My LAX was originally written for Britney Spears relating to the breakup with Justin, which is a fact we revealed on the podcast. So that's someone using facts from our pod to impress their friends and family, which I love. I will say this in regards to Richard's questions. Do you like to slip in these facts naturally into conversation to seem like a big muso and impress your friends and family? I would say if you are stealing facts from us to use that, then we're not pretending to be big musos. We are that. We know these things. We're telling you them.
What I would say is with regards to, impressing friends and family with musical knowledge, I would say if any of them were impressed by that, I would not have to do the podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
I do this because nobody cares about Megadeth.
Here's 2 facts. So that's a good fact, the one they said about Rachel Stevens.
Sweet dreams, my LA.
Another fact I love telling people is that Cher was on the original recording for Be My Baby by the Ronettes. She was in the backing thing. We found out on this. The one I found out recently that I love is that Mark Ronson's mum was the inspiration for I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. I want to know what love is, and I want you to show me. That is, which if you'd listened to Mark Ronson's episode, you will know. So they're the coolest facts that I like. If any of those songs are playing or anything, and of course, we've recently covered Shane McGowan on the Patreon.
The fact he's English is crazy.
English privately educated.
Yeah.
And he hates that being brought up. I'm slinging that fact out everywhere I go, which as an Irish man, which I am, despite my accent or my birthplace.
Spoiler alert, if you're not yet an ultra and you don't know about Shane McGowan's secret English heritage.
We get into it over there.
Listen, we try harder on the Patreon episodes.
We do. I like the idea that people are getting little nuggets of fun information and sharing it as if it's their own. Don't tell with people that you listen to on a podcast.
Yeah, with some of the stuff Ed said about 9/11, it made me think, maybe it was. Maybe a building would fall down.
Yeah. You know? And Chris has been bringing that up to his family and friends as well, doing the good work of the loose change. This is a really fun episode. Eleanor Morton.
Speaking of loose change, you can come see us at the Fringe and put loose change in our buckets.
What the fuck? I mean, that kind of segue. This is what you're dealing with. This is someone working at the very top of their game.
The height of my powers.
Whoa. And you can see that guy live at the Edinburgh Fringe. Yeah. If that's a segue he improvised, can you imagine the segues he's got written in his show?
How are they worse?
How will you even notice that one bit has finished and another has started with segues so smooth?
Yeah.
I don't think you will. It will feel like one continual hour of great comedy that you can see every day at the Edinburgh Festival at the Tron. It's called Scary Times by Chris Boyd.
7:15.
Or you can come see my show. It's at 7:10. Across the road, Monkey Barrel 2, show's called Chronic Boom. It's all about how I nearly died. I didn't quite nearly die, but things were bad. It's a fun show, We're both recommended by the Rolling Stone.
You need to start saying that you're nearly dying, because I keep saying that you're nearly dying.
Okay.
It makes me look like a dick if you're saying you're not nearly dying.
Well, no,
you could have died.
Well, you can always die.
We can all nearly die all the time.
You could die at any moment. I want you to remember that you could die at any moment. When you listen to this podcast, I want you to remember that. Eleanor Morton, you probably know her if you are online at all, which if you follow us, I presume you are. Excellent comedian, very funny online videos.
I done a gig with her the night that Nelson Mandela died.
Yep, and that's one of the reasons we got her in to talk about that.
I wish we did talk about that. Was it the QMU in Glasgow? I think you might have been on it.
Queen Mandela University.
No, you weren't there that time. I've gigged with you there. I was another time I met you.
So it's a great episode. It's a lot of fun. She made us watch Cats. Reception was poor.
He was on a train. That's why his reception was poor.
Yes, this is just some of the kind of riffs you can expect when you get three professional comedians in a room just chatting. Okay, brace yourself for some hilarity. This is like that Ricky Gervais podcast. You remember that with Carl Pilkington?
XFM.
That was crazy.
Sweet dreams, my XFM.
You got so confused.
Who am I to disagree?
It was my LAX.
Yeah.
And then you do sing Sweet Dreams by Eurythmics.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Sweet dreams.
He's lost his powers.
XFM.
If you've just bought tickets to his Fringe show, sell them.
Delete
because he's
them.
fucking losing it.
Delete your tickets, bro.
This is a really cool episode. Eleanor's a great guest. Ultras is coming up right now. Non-ultras, you're getting some adverts. Enjoy them, and we'll see you in a bit. Love you, bye.
This week we are sponsored by Manscaped.
They are the long-term Enjoy Album sponsor. They provide the best pubic hair trimming services.
Surely
Not
that
services.
isn't what you usually say. The best of below the belt maintenance.
They actually avoid the word pubic, I think, because it's a bit gross. Whereas I'm wanting to bring it back and say, hey, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Look, you need to shave your pubes.
Let's bring pubes back.
Yeah.
But in reverse.
Yeah, let's bring the word pubes back, but let's shave pubes away using Manscaped product like the lawnmower.
Yeah.
Lawnmower 2.0, I believe we're on now. It's got a little light. It's chargeable with a USB-C, same as your phone. It works in the shower. It's very quick to have a whip around downstairs to make you look nice and good.
Your genitals are going to go from a 6.5. They're going to go from
inches. We can't say the Manscaped will give you a bigger dick, but we are inferring
it looks like it.
Yeah, it does look like it. That's the whole point.
It's crazy.
It's wild, actually. You have a shave, you look up, you're like...
trees don't look bigger in winter than in autumn. But...
The earth looks bigger, I think. I don't know if that's how it works. So we are sponsored by Manscaped. We have a code. If you follow the link and type in album20, you'll get 20% off, okay? So do that. Get your balls looking good for whoever wants to look at them, including yourselves.
Balls, cock, arsehole, nose, ear, cock. Check it out. Trim it hard.
Enjoy
Love
the
it.
episode. You're listening to Enjoy an Album, the podcast where two comedians listen to some of the greatest albums of all time. Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats, the most famous musical of all time, first exploded onto the West End stage in 1981. Memory, one of its many classic songs, became an instant worldwide hit. Since then, Cats has smashed records and conquered the world. Breathtaking visuals and full digital sound that has been completely re-recorded with a 70-piece orchestra will lead you deep into the mysterious world of Cats.
We're doing it, Cats.
I am so full of rage.
Why do you feel that rage?
Because we invited comedian and ex-friend Eleanor Morton onto
Former
the pod,
friend.
and
Hiya.
she decided for a joke, I think, to try and think of the worst thing possible for us to listen to.
Well, just why don't you explain yourself? Oh, by the way, welcome.
Welcome to the thought.
No,
Thanks for
it's
coming
fine.
on. Why have you done this?
A couple of reasons.
Uh-huh.
First of all, love cats. Wanted to share it with people I care about. Also, I thought if I did a joke one, no one would judge me for having bad taste because it's already.
Yeah, we were
already out there.
originally going to do Regina Spektor,
Yeah,
which would have
we
been
were.
class.
It would have been great, yeah.
What other choices did you put forward? I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
No.
I think it was anything by Regina Spektor.
Yeah, I think it's one of those ones where we didn't get 5 and we just had 2 conversations.
Yep.
And it was, what about Regina? And then you said, what about Cats? And then that just, I think because we've already done one musical, we've done Hamilton.
Oh.
So I thought when you said Cats, I thought it was the one recently. There was like the bad movie,
Yeah.
and it was like a funny. Well, we're gonna watch a terrible film kind of thing, and then you specifically said the
Very
1998 original cast recording
Yep, that's the
of
one.
the Broadway show that
Yep.
was filmed
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
So do you have a personal relationship with this album?
Yeah. Well, it was. We had a recording of it on VHS, maybe off the TV, or maybe it was my friend Julia's mum's, and they used to borrow it. I can't remember.
So you'd have been like 8 years old,
Yeah.
and you watched this a lot.
Yeah, I watched it a lot, and I think it just I think, you know what, I think that might have made me want to go into the theatre.
For fuck's sake.
Also,
And the crimes of Andrew Lloyd Webber just grow longer and longer.
I am not an Andrew Lloyd Webber fan. I want to make that clear.
Well, I don't know. You've brought his music as your favorite thing.
No, it's not a favorite thing. It's we're going to try and enjoy it. We're going to try.
You've brought
and
this
enjoy
to
the
us
album.
to watch, and he's a big mad fucking Tory.
Can I also say I did anticipate what has actually exactly what I thought would happen, which was that CMB would be fairly on board, and you would be really angry.
Yeah.
And I got a text from Liam yesterday that just said "fuck you, Eleanor," and I was like,
Yeah.
I know what this is about.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Because I was on a train yesterday from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley.
One of the nicest train routes in the world.
It's not. It's beautiful to be able to look out the window, isn't it?
Yeah.
And see the world, the stunning Scottish countryside go by. Love that.
You didn't have the wall window, did you?
I did have the wall window for starters, but even if I had a window, I could not watch the beautiful rolling hills of the Scottish countryside and the sea beside me because I had to watch 1998 Cats, which is hard to find online, by the way.
It's quite hard to
I
find.
bought it on YouTube.
I
Did
bought it
you?
on YouTube.
Oh.
I had to pay $2.99.
I can reimburse you.
I look
You've
like an
paid
absolute
£6.
freak. People walking up and down the aisle, seeing me watching fucking old Cats.
Rum tum tucker.
Not even new Cats. Old Cats.
No, can I say actually?
No, you can't. Let me finish, okay? Old Cats, which is a filmed version of the stage play to no audience. So it looks psychotic. And then I was watching it and I was like, and it's terrible. And it's
I
bad.
can't believe you watched it publicly, man. It's
It's my only choice. I'm very busy.
I watched it with my girlfriend. We've been going out coming up for 7 years.
You watched it as your anniversary. You had a cat-anniversary.
It wasn't the cat anniversary.
Memories all alone in the moonlight.
God, that was beautiful.
Thank
But
you.
it was like, I was deeply ashamed. She's seen every inch of me. But
Well, but this was worse.
This was way
all
worse.
all five of them.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
It's a short joke, not a dick joke.
So she didn't enjoy it either.
I'm 5 inches tall.
Yeah, you're a little tiny man.
That's wild.
The perspective here is like a trick.
Yeah, it's like camera obscura. The attraction, not the band.
So you watched it with your partner.
My partner.
She's like a musical theatre head, right?
She used to work for Canberra Youth Theatre.
Yep.
She is a lighting designer. She has a degree in architecture. It's unrelated. She's cool. She knows a lot about theatre.
How's
She's
it
worked.
going?
She's involved in dramaturgy. She'd never seen this.
She'd never seen it.
Had you
Never
seen
seen this.
any version of it?
No.
No. Okay,
No.
so you guys watched it together.
Yeah.
What what was that like as an experience?
I don't know.
Your love is stronger now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we've been through that. You know, I
They trauma bonded.
would just like to say, yeah, it was kind of like having a car battery hooked up to my little toes.
Yeah. Which are really little. He's only 5 inches.
Some people enjoy that though,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
but not you guys.
Well, but
I'd say you probably look like one of these cats after having a car battery attached to your toes.
someone just drew lines on my face.
Cockless and big hair.
So she loved it, right?
She hated it. She hated it. What I will say
Yeah.
is, I also had the VHS. This
You had it.
I
What?
remember this.
What?
I had
we
this
go.
on video.
This always happens. And it's been happening since the beginning of the podcast. There'll be some fucking obscure band that I've never heard of, and they'll be like, I actually listened to this in the womb to try and sound cool.
No, do you think I'm trying to say I had this on video to sound cool?
Well, you didn't mention it. You didn't mention it.
The
You never mentioned this.
money-making exercise in musical history theatre.
Oh well, I don't know about that.
Oh, what's made more money?
I I actually don't know. I would have thought Phantom of the Opera was his big money spinner. But you see, the thing is, I don't enjoy any other Andrew Lloyd Webber production.
Okay, so what do you still like? Not yet, but do you still like this?
I mean, I want to say no.
What do you, Eleanor? Here's a big thing
Yeah.
I've had with Liam is that there is a difference between liking something and thinking it is good.
Oh no! Well, no. Now listen, right? See if it was the. Now I was going to say earlier, if I'd shown you the 2020 Cats, that would have been worse because that is not only a crazy, insane production. It's bad, but not in a fun way. It's just bad in a disturbing, boring way.
I've seen some of the clips. I haven't watched the film, but like the fur technology,
First technology,
and stuff
very
is
upsetting.
crazy.
It's very. I mean, if you thought that was sexual, this is very sexual and it's very disturbing.
They've got J Hud singing "Memories," and it's like
that's the only good bit because she's so good that she sort of bypasses the disturbance that she has like double extra ears on her ears.
I just couldn't believe because I remember the furore over the recent Cats.
Furore.
Ferrar.
Whoa! Double jokes. Come on.
I remember the furore
Very good team.
over.
You don't have to listen to Rebel Wilson and James Corden improving in this version.
Don't.
Sure, but it's a low bar,
But
isn't it?
Can I ask, do you guys accept that the people doing the show are good at singing and dancing? Can you accept that they are talented?
Yes.
Okay.
To me, that's almost worse.
But
The fact that they are
it's like
talented.
SS officers were good at certain things, you know.
I wouldn't compare them to the crimes of the Third Reich,
but it's a useless.
We've done it.
it's useless.
No, but it's a useless point of reference. Saying, well, they can sing. Well, sure, they can sing, but what they're singing about and the way it.
What about when not Rum Tum Tugger.
Must have missed Waffles.
No, the couple, the burglar cats. What about
Mungo Jerry.
Oh, the Cockneys.
What about when they do the double?
That was
the
a hate.
double
That was a hate crime.
handstand.
Okay,
Before we get to racial hate crimes in this,
Yeah,
we have to do a deep dive.
okay, we have to
on
do
the
our
old
features.
Andrew Lloyd Webber. We will come back to the racial crimes of Cats.
Okay,
Oh yeah, there
let's
are
hear
actually some. Yeah.
Secret Part Show. Secret
it. Can we have
Part
it in the
Show.
style of Cats?
Secret Part Show. Secret Part Show.
Didn't know Morrissey was in Cats.
Secret Part Show.
That's actually good. That's actually
good.
Right? What? Why are they cats? But none of them ever meow.
There's not a single meow.
There's
in
not a
this whole
single
thing.
fucking meow
Very true.
in a whole show called Cats. Yeah.
Well, it's their culture, isn't it? So you wouldn't.
It's,
They don't think cats don't deliberately meow. They try to say, "I'm hungry. I love you." You know.
neither of you have a cat. That's right, isn't it?
I had a cat growing up. My cat was called Cat.
You should have loved this then.
Yeah.
A cat called Cat. Perfect.
She was horrible. She was a street cat, and you couldn't stroke her. She would scratch you.
They're street cats.
She would throw up and she would shit in the kitchen.
That
My dad
happens-
would chase her around. It was so funny. Like he would come
Get out
down.
of here.
"I'm that fucking cat. I hate that cat." And he'd chase him around the house like fucking Tom and Jerry.
I don't understand why you're an alcoholic because
My home life just seems so settled and normal.
Wait, but so did you actually own this cat? If it was a street
Yeah,
cat,
it was a street cat that
came
they
in?
just they just brought in one day, and it lived so long. It was like 18 years old or something.
it's resilient.
Old cat.
Old Deuteronomy, they call it.
It was like Deuteronomy.
This guy knows the law.
Okay, let's do a secret posh show on
Secret Part
Andrew
Show.
Lloyd
Secret
Webber.
Part Show. You do it fast and it feels like not show. Got no money. You got Dutch Bro. Secret Part Show.
The elder son of William Lloyd Webber, a composer and organist, and Jean Hermione Johnston, a violinist and pianist.
Secret Part
You don't see many Hermiones out in the wild.
Not,
I thought J.K.
certainly
Rowling
not
made that up.
pre-90s, no.
Like a lot of things, I thought J.K. Rowling made that up.
On BBC's genealogy series, Who Do You Think You Are? Andrew Lloyd Webber learned that his mother's great-great-uncle was the soldier Sir Peregrine Maitland, who in 1815 served as a major general in the Battle of Waterloo.
Damn. I would say Secret Part Show.
Sorry, it's not. How is any of the secret?
It's just a feature.
Okay,
Well, he's
right,
Andrew Lloyd Webber. He's not.
Don't pick apart flaws.
Sorry, Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Plot holes
Yeah,
in
so-
the Enjoy an Album oeuvre because
Sorry.
you
Is he
will
in the
be
House of
picking all day.
Lords? Is he in the House of Lords?
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. I think he's given it up now, but yes,
Did you
he
see
was
that
given a
woman who just got
lifetime.
peerage? She's like 30 and she got peerage because she.
So he got a peerage, and he's been a real scumbag with it. He only voted like 30 times, and on one time there was a vote about tax cuts, and he got a private jet home from New York to vote and then leave again. He's an absolute fucking scumbag. Let's see, look at his school. He was a King's Scholar at the Westminster School. Westminster School has come up a few times on this podcast. There's a lot of fucking of these weird lizard freaks from here. He's like ultimo posh, okay? Can I say weird lizard freaks? You know what I mean.
You know, I choose not. Let's not go into it, but I use that phrase and I mean Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. He's a weird lizard freak.
I said that on STV News.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's one of these guys, right? So he was a King's Scholar. That was an elite group within Westminster School. So Westminster School is already one of the most elite private schools. He was an elite group within that, and it's basically this select amount of pupils who passed these really like crazy exams, and part of that means that you get an entrance to Oxford, but you also are present at like coronations and stuff like that. You are next to the king. You are like,
I think I know what these crazy exams are like.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Mustopheles. Just saying cats' names.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously it's not a secret. Andrew Lloyd Webber, one of the fucking most privileged old motherfuckers there's ever been.
Yeah.
And he made this musical Cats.
He did.
And it's Eleanor's favourite thing.
It's, well,
and
not
she
my-
loves posh
well,
people.
No, hang on.
People call you posh a lot.
They do. They love it.
How does it feel hearing about, Andrew Lloyd
What, real
Webber's
posh
upbringing,
people?
real posh people, and then you're like,
Makes me angry because I wish I had, I just get all the downsides.
you just get all the negative bits
Yeah.
of being posh, which is just like people treating you like a dick,
but none of the money or power.
but none of the
Yeah.
money or power or access.
Or access.
Yeah, I mean,
Shit.
you have access to this podcast. We're
Yeah,
pretty
no.
powerful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I was posh, I'd have to hang out with Andrew Lloyd Webber though. So
Have you seen Cats live?
yes, it came to the Edinburgh Playhouse.
Wow. The biggest theatre in the UK.
Big, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3,000 seater.
I think the Apollo is bigger.
It's not.
I think it is.
Okay, I don't know.
It's the biggest theatre in the UK.
I think the Apollo.
So I was maybe 9 or 10 at the time. I don't think my mum did not want to go. It was very kind of her to take us because she's also not into cats. What was we went to see it live in the Playhouse and
The largest theatre in the UK.
the largest theatre in the UK, and I don't
Right, so
really
the Apollo's
remember
bigger.
anything.
Well, I've looked up the Apollo's bigger, but
Very interesting. You would say that. It's the largest theatre in Scotland.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
where is Scotland is in the UK?
Yep. Okay.
I mean,
We'll agree to disagree about you being wrong.
Sure, I was quite small, so it felt big.
That's true.
And I also saw Regina Spektor there actually, so full
Wow.
circle.
I saw a musical in the Playhouse when I was a teenager.
What'd you see?
Rocky Horror Show.
Oh,
Rocky Horror Show.
Jellicle
Did you dress
Rock.
up?
Cool.
No. Although I guess having not dressed up, I was kind of dressing up as the Brad character.
Yeah, as a
Yeah.
basic bitch.
Basic bitch with glasses, as they call me.
I went to see Spamalot at the Playhouse.
Oh, that's fun.
What the fuck?
Dreadful, brutal.
No, not good?
So bad.
No.
Waste of time.
The
and
Monty
energy.
Python thing?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's just actors acting out Monty Python sketches
Yeah.
for 2 hours. It's fucking brutally bad.
I'd rather slit my wrist and drown in the blood.
Everybody stands up at the end and to all sing the
Look on the bright side of
Look on the
life.
Bright Side
Yeah.
of Life, which was from a different movie.
It is from a different movie.
It's not even from that. And everyone's like waving their hands in the air. And I took my mum because she was visiting, and I said, "Mum, I have to leave." And I walked out of that bit and I met her outside, which was, on reflection, a bit of an overreaction, but it was driving me fucking crazy.
This is why I wanted to do this, because I reckoned you would be angry about certain musicals.
Here's the thing:
Yeah.
when you said Cats, I was like, "This will be funny." And then when I went to watch Cats, I was like, I do not want to give Eleanor the satisfaction of having annoyed me, so I'm determined to enjoy
it,
this.
yeah.
It was so bad that I'm willing to suffer ego death and let you win. Do you know how difficult it is for me to do?
I
You
know.
saw us just bickering about Apollo.
I'm enjoying it.
So yeah, you win. You win. You wasted my time. You've got the money. I hope you
here's the
spend it on
thing.
some lessons in grace and decorum.
Here's the thing: Apollo has a capacity of if it's mixed standing and seated, it's over 3,500. Whereas I believe Playhouse has no access for standing, so it's I think if you
No
look,
access for standing.
if
You have
look
to be
at
seated to go
capacity-
into the building. It's only
If
people in chairs.
You have seated capacity only. The Playhouse is indeed the largest theatre in the
Is
UK.
it definitely, or have you just made that
I
up?
fucking know that information.
Well, you said you knew the other one and you were wrong.
What are you talking about? The largest two-tier theatre.
You got 2 tears rolling down your face because you're fucking crying like a little baby.
No, I'm not crying.
Is this because of Cats? Is this riled you up enough that you're?
No, do you know what? Here's something. I remember watching Cats when I was a child.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What was your memories of Cats?
And I remember, and this, you know what? I had pretty low self-esteem as a child. I remember thinking,
Join the club.
no, I'm just too stupid to understand what's going on here. There must be a plot, and I'm just not picking it up.
That's the beauty of Cats.
We should briefly explain the plot.
Yeah, we should actually.
What
Okay.
plot? What
So-
plot?
The plot is
Nothing happens.
very loosely. There are a gang of cats known as the Jellicle cats.
No, a Jellicle cat is a type of cat.
They are it's the gang. They are essentially auditioning to Geronimo,
Yeah.
Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy,
yeah.
Who is the kind of Moses of cats.
Yeah.
who will choose a cat at the end to ascend to the heavenly place,
The Heaviside layer.
the heavy side layer.
Which it turns out is an actual layer of the atmosphere.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Don't know if TSA
so that's
knew that.
why. So I mean, the it's based on a group of short stories and poems
By T.S. Eliot.
by T.S. Eliot.
Everyone's favourite fascist poet.
Yeah, he's like a bad anti-Semite, isn't
He
he?
wasn't very nice.
So when Andrew Lloyd Webber started to put music to these different like poems and stuff, the director that they got in decided the best way to tie them all together to make them a show would be like the reason that they're all singing and introducing themselves essentially is because they're all kind of auditioning for a place in heaven
Rebirth.
and rebirth. You
It's
know,
it's a cabaret show. It's a variety show with cats.
Put
They're
on by
putting on-
cats.
putting
Yeah.
on for each other.
I just feel like that doesn't really ring true because most cabaret. Well, I mean, that is. I was kind of wondering, like, what is this show about? And I guess it's about being a performer. It's about being an actor.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
is because they're all performer cats, and isn't it also about connecting with our fellow human beings and accepting those that we've shunned?
Because they send away what's her name?
Grisabella.
Grisabella.
the
The
glamour cat. She was the glamorous cat. You could tell because she was really. She looked like she was all about Eve or something. She looked like Betty Davis.
I think the implication is that she was a slutty cat. And
I
she
was-
got
I was-
shunned for that.
And my girlfriend was like, I think she's been slut shamed. And I was
Yeah.
like, I looked into the lore on the internet and it was a little bit of that. But apparently, Grisabella,
yeah.
she was like, she used to run around with McCavity.
The
Who's-
bad
who's
cat.
evil.
McCavity is the evil cat, and
The Napoleon of crime doesn't commit any crimes other than putting a net over Moses.
there's a poster, a wanted
In my
poster that
experience.
says he is wanted for everything. That is some amount of crimes he's done:
That's so
tax
cool.
fraud, bigamy,
Pedophilia.
paedophilia. McCavity's a paedophile.
That
I think
would
that's
explain why
law.
everybody hates
Oh,
him.
that was a verse in it, isn't it?
Well, it's like
There's some crazy verses.
Cavity's a pedophile.
There are bits. Here's the thing: we like weird stuff, right? It is weird, right? We also like horny stuff, and it is horny.
It's funny.
there
There
must
is-
be some amount of like furries who are, this is like crack.
Do you know what
I
was-
think Eleanor is a furry,
but
and that's why she has brought us this.
The thing is, when I chose this, I suddenly thought, are they going to think I'm a furry? And you know
Yes.
what is interesting?
You
You
are
weren't
a furry.
100% against it.
I am quite prejudiced against furries.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
So I like cats, but like I'm quite dismissive when I see a furry. What's
You're
that about?
dismissive of them?
Yeah, I'm quite.
Do you know, I remember...
I don't get it.
You don't get it. That's fine. You
Was
don't
you
have
a
to get.
furry? Really, are you a furry?
I'm not a furry. Okay. Here's the. Right, we're all. I mean, we're in relationships, right? But let's imagine we're not for a moment. Okay. So we're all single. Imagine you meet someone, or imagine actually you can do this with your partner. Your partner sits you
I
down
think he wants to.
and says, "Listen, here's a side to me that you've never seen before.
7 years in, you've made me watch cats. It's woke something up in me.
They put on a little cat hood, and they don't say meow because these cats don't meow. But they're like
Hood?
a hood with
sort
like
of
ears on,
KKK?
Sort of furry hat.
a furry
Right,
hat
okay.
that they put on,
A cat hat.
a cat hat, and they're like, listen, this is the real me.
Yeah.
Can we fuck whilst I'm dressed as a cat?
Does it become like a public thing?
I don't think so, but maybe occasionally she will want to wear.
But this isn't my
ears
partner. This is
out.
just a hypothetical partner.
It's a hypothetical partner, and like, so she'll come see you. Oh, you understand? Can I come? And then she'll come down, but she'll be wearing like ears,
And it's a cat specifically.
yeah, and a butt plug
So
with a
it's-
tail.
So it is a public thing. See, if somebody said to me, they were, oh, here's the thing. It's like, well, a lot of stuff. It's like if I had like a partner who was like, hey, I want to dress like a cat,
Yeah.
and you dress like a cat, and we have cat sex.
Yeah,
I'd be like, yeah, cool. But if somebody was like, hey,
And there's a cat litter tray.
it's your mum's 60th next week. We're all going out for lunch.
do you mind if I come? Can I come
can I
dressed as
be,
Mr. Mistopheles?
Can I be Rumpeltees? I'd be like, no, I don't. But then maybe if you love someone, hey, as they said
It's
in
about
Bright Eyes, if you
accepting
love
it.
someone, give it away.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure. Which cat would you fuck?
Oh my god, all of them. I do think as well. Now, neither of you are bisexual, is that correct?
That's correct.
I do think maybe
Shrug.
it might
Chris unconfirmed.
TBC. I do think
It's nobody's business.
I do think it
Wait,
might be
is
bisexual.
bisexual like humans and cats?
Yeah, that's right. It is. Yeah. In which case, I am bi.
You also wouldn't want to have you said cat sex, but cat sex is horrible.
It's like the male cock sort of locks into the.
There's a lot of screaming noises.
The male cock. Okay. Yeah, well, they have barbed penises, cats.
Yeah, like
That's what I mean. It's like umbrellas.
it's like a lip gloss wand.
What kind of umbrellas are you buying? It's got spikes in the front.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, man.
I think it's a very bisexual musical. I think if we did a poll, everyone else who likes it, maybe your listeners can write in and say,
Is this like the Matrix trans thing? You know, where it's
"Oh
like
yeah,
they're like
No, it's not.
no,
No,
but it's like the Mummy. People say the Mummy is like a
The Mum-
bisexual movie,
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
X
okay.
Files is so bisexual. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Woke me up, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, also, can I say, I don't think it's a furry thing because they don't really like furries are because of the name furry. The cats are just sort of leotard,
They've got furry heads though.
little bits of fur.
They've got fur on their
human
heads.
faces,
Yeah.
and they're just got a
Some
leotard.
people find that really attractive.
What was a note I wrote? I can
Certainly
see
not me.
at one point during this, I wrote down in my notes. I can see Rum Tum Tiger's whole cock.
Rum Tum Tiger?
Rum Tum Tigger. They're
Tugger!
Tugger.
It's probably quicker if you name the cats and I say if the ones I wouldn't have sex with.
Okay, that might take a while.
Wait a minute.
I tell you who my
Growl
favorite was.
Tiger.
Yeah, who's your
Jemima.
Oh yeah, the northern one.
She was so hot, man. And
Oh, really?
They changed her name when in the American version because Jemima has like connotations with like
Jemima.
Aunt Jemima and stuff. so
Oh,
she's
I
called
didn't
something
think
different.
about
And
that.
in modern versions, so in the new Cats movie, there's no Jemima. It's called something else.
Well, speaking of racial awkwardness, there was a brand new character they put in for that recording because someone was like, "Hey, Andrew, none of these all these cats are white. I mean, not white, but you know what I mean."
Yeah.
And so he added a black.
Only Victoria was white.
Yeah, well, they added a black cat, as in a black woman playing a cat, and they called her. You ready? Exotica.
Oh, come on.
No, that's Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that's bad.
Yeah.
I don't think she exists anymore either.
Yeah, that's and they made one of the cats rap at one point in the new
In the new one,
Broadway
yes.
version.
Yes.
Wow, Hamilton's so huge.
This is pre-Hamilton.
The new one?
The 2014 Cats on
Oh,
Broadway.
wow.
They had a rapping cat.
Right.
What did you guys think of Hamilton? Did you? Were
Well,
you fans?
wait.
Well,
I
you
can't
I mean,
talk
if you
about
want to listen, you have to sign up to
Sorry.
be an Enjoy an Album Patreon
Sorry.
because it's a Patreon exclusive.
Okay.
So we
Wait.
can't actually tell you off pod.
We're not allowed to tell you, but what I will
We
say, I was
hated
looking up a
it.
list of mega musicals,
Yeah.
and it was like Cats was the first,
Yeah.
and then Hamilton was the most recent, and one of them in between, the Lord of the Rings musical.
Oh, wow.
I'd never heard of that.
No, I remember that going up, but I don't remember
What do you think that
much
even looks
after
like?
it.
Come on, Frodo, give me the ring. Don't help
You
the
think it's like a
cover
sort
of the
of
big thing.
Showgirls sort of thing.
It's time to leave for Rivendell. It's time to go out on the trail. We want to put the ring back in the fire. I think this has become Go West by the Village People.
Go West. Oh, yeah. So we were talking about a sort of, that was Pet Shop Boys, Go West. You're
That's
talking
Pet Shop Boys,
you're
yeah.
talking about a Pet Shop Boys Lord of the Rings musical.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
It's a ring.
Wow, the Pet Shop
It's
Boys,
a
Lord of the
ring.
Rings.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Here's
I'm
a
down for that.
question I've got for you guys.
Whose podcast is this? That's what I want to know. Asking us fucking questions. What the hell's going on?
I've got a Pet Shop
You
Boys
haven't
song.
told us. Oh, go on.
Shire End Boys in a Mordor town.
Yes. That's good. That's good. You didn't tell us which cat you'd hump.
Oh, yeah.
Bro. How,
got a list.
how many could I get into here? The old Gumby cat. You know, Bustopher Jones. Fucking
He's lying.
Skimbleshanks, the railway cat.
Oh, come on, guys.
Well,
You must
he's
have liked
Scottish.
Skimbleshanks, the railway
The
cat.
Scottish cat who
I
goes,
found
who
it's-
lives on the train between London, Euston, and Glasgow.
Yeah.
Which is another great train. Not as nice as the
Yeah,
King's
it's not-
Cross.
I get
That's
more.
nice.
I get more sick on that one.
You get more sick. You're
Well,
sick.
All the
It's a
fucking-
pendolino. It leans.
Yeah, all the cats fucking knocking about.
Yeah. I'm allergic to cats.
What? Fucking,
Ironically.
I am allergic to Cats the musical.
I don't even think I like cats, like real cats, that much. But I
Yeah.
like cats.
And are you like a musical theatre kid? Do you like other musical?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
I am. I was in Oliver at the King's when I was 9. That
Wow.
Was, yeah.
Who did you play?
Fake it? No, I was one of the kids.
Yep,
One of the kids.
that checks out.
Uh,
Did you have to do a little
interesting.
Cockney accent?
I did. I had a couple of lines, and I think sometimes they only cast me because I sounded English. Disgraceful.
Speaking of Cockneys, I have problems with
That's why you moved up
Mungo
here.
Jerry and Rumpelteazer.
Yeah. No. Fun fact: that actress is Scottish.
I can tell by the fucking dreadful accent because they sound like when people up here do impressions of me. And they-
Hello, everybody. I'm Liam. My name's Liam Whitney, and
Yeah.
I'm from London.
I will say, and you have already mentioned it, when they do the double cartwheel
Yeah.
and they're attached to each other,
Yeah.
that's fucking cool.
There you go. See, there's impressive.
I've
stuff
never
in
seen that before.
It's good, isn't it?
Is that not what people do in Cockney Town?
Or too busy tap dancing on rooftops.
The Pearly Kings are always flipping around.
Here's one of my issues is we went into all these great cats that and there's no. I would just like to say, I would say the first bit of plot is when the bad guy shows up and kidnaps.
McCavity.
McCavity shows up. And
So I think that's in the
kidnaps old Deuteronomy.
second
That's
part of the
an
show.
hour
Yeah.
and 20 minutes.
Up until
first
then,
thing.
it's just cats taking turns singing songs about themselves.
The cats introduce themselves as a unit. Then they describe what's interesting about their unit, the Jellicle cats. Then one by one, these cats spend about 5 minutes each poorly describing their own qualities. They're always like, I'm the glamour cat. They're not like, here's the way I'm glamorous. I find lipsticks in bins and put them on my little cat lips. I gaze into puddles. That's the only mirror I find. I'm a homeless cat, but I'm glamorous. You know, it's like, I'm the glamour cat.
That's all they say. I'm the glamour cat.
There's no, like, show don't tell. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I'm the railway cat. I exclusively travel by rail.
That's a weird, yeah. That
Oh,
is
he
an
does-
odd.
you know, he explains
they are
himself.
scraping the barrel by the time they get to the railway cat, aren't
And
they?
it's like the Moses of the cats, the old Deuteronomy, has just been kidnapped by the most evil paedophile cat there is.
Yep.
And then, what are we going to do? Oh, the railway cat showed up.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we've stopped looking for cats.
He's like, I like to travel by the train. Tracks up. Oh, listen, we're not singing anymore, okay?
You-
A guy's been kidnapped.
If you
the
were
god of cats.
if you were musical theatre people, you'd understand the importance of taking a break to sing and dance.
Oh, of course.
In between
Yeah,
life
yeah.
events.
But I would just say, you know, and then Mr. Mistopheles. In the new one, I heard that I was reading some YouTube comments, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah. I got thoughts.
One of the YouTube comments was, I can't believe they have nerfed Mr. Mistopheles.
Wait, what does that mean?
Nerfed is a phrase used in video games when someone is too a character is too powerful, so they have to bring down some of his skills so that to make the game more fair to play.
I can't believe they've nerfed Mr. Mistopheles. He just gets like a dice out of a hat. This is so fucked up. He had lightning powers.
Yeah, he did.
I did not expect Mr. Mistopheles to shoot lightning out his hands.
Pause.
That was sick. Oh yes, pause.
Oh wait, sorry. So
Eleanor was doing a pause.
Yeah, like bear pause.
Yeah.
Cat pause.
Eleanor, professional comedian, Morton.
Good.
I think you might laugh at that just to be nice to me.
No, you've made me watch Cats. That barrel is empty.
That song in the new film, they do a really annoying stop and start thing where they never quite get into it, and it builds, and then it's very anticlimactic. It's very frustrating. For a fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not,
Well, you want the release.
I want the sweet release of death. I was watching this. I'll tell you that.
you want to go to the Heaviside layer?
I'm auditioning right now to go to the Heaviside layer.
And to me, there's no fucking like stakes. Like as soon as it's, it's like, hey,
yeah.
Here's the thing. I like weird stuff. I like horny stuff. It was weird and it was horny, and yet I was bored. If something's weird and horny and I'm bored, there is something fucking wrong.
I think maybe it depends how much you want to put on a leotard and prance around.
I love to do that. So
He's a furry.
I'm a furry. Honestly, see, when I was a wee boy, I dressed up as a tiger.
Yeah.
For Halloween.
There you go.
If I could have a tail, I would have a tail.
Yeah.
And when I see people with tails, I get a bit jealous.
You can have a tail. You can have a butt plug
because
tail.
people, I could do it, but people would.
That's
judge
not
me.
the only way to attach
It's not
a tail.
it's not the only way. It's one of the ways. But
What are some other ways?
Well, in the musical, they just tie it around their waist.
yeah, you think all the actors had butt plugs?
I thought so.
And then holes in their leotards for the tail to come out.
Yes, you didn't think that?
No, I did think that for a
Mr. Misopheles fucking shooting lightning from his ass.
Can
Oh yeah.
we just talk about how actually good memory
Yes.
is? Like,
Memory all alone in the moonlight. Yeah, do you know what? And it is actually affecting and sad. I'll give you that, right? There's when you're watching
she's
it.
a good Elaine Page.
Elaine Page is good.
I mean, when you watch the new one, what's her name? J Hud?
Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson.
Also very good.
All her family were murdered.
Don't
Were
laugh
they?
at that.
Yeah.
Why did you laugh?
Literally, like 3 members of her family
Yeah,
were
it was really
shot,
bad.
By
right?
who?
By a
Someone
guy.
bad.
McCavity.
No.
The crime cat. The Napoleon of crime killed Jennifer Hudson's family.
He did everything according to that wanted
Well,
poster, so maybe.
He's wanted for everything. He must have killed Jennifer Hudson's family.
I'm not laughing at this.
No, I don't think you should laugh. I'm not laughing either.
Let's see if that makes the edit. I think.
She-
How could it not?
She is.
Why
very
is
talented.
Liam's eyes red all of a sudden? His face is all red. That's what the people will be asking if you don't put that bit in. Idiot. Tell
Anyway.
your face not to be so red. Good guy.
Memory is very good.
J Hud, when she sings it, it
very
is
good.
very affecting and sad. And in that version as well, I watched that on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And I did actually the home of my YouTube comment of the week.
Oh.
This is 1 year ago from @TommyPan. He says, "This piece hits harder when you are a cat's lover. The part, if you touch me, you'll understand what happiness is, totally makes sense for me whenever I pet/cuddle with my cats. I can tell they feel comfortable and happy by their contented purr. Much respect and admiration to the songwriters who appear to be cat lovers/owners, as well as putting in such precious lines in beautiful melodies of memory."
That is so true. And honestly, why are you laughing?
What's funny about that? That's beautiful.
You don't find Jennifer Hudson's family
The
being
idea
murdered
that they
funny?
don't know who wrote that, like whoever wrote this.
The anonymous musical cats.
I would love to know, but it's just the information is just not out there. But whoever it was, they love cats as much as me.
Who could it be?
Before I get to my unhinged YouTube comment, I just want to say I don't have a cat. I've never had a cat. I've always loved cats. I remember going to Turkey as a young boy and meeting stray cats in the street and just letting them climb all over me, and I loved them.
You shouldn't do that.
And when you touched them, did you know what happiness was?
Honestly, I have stop laughing. I have it's not funny.
It's just the idea of you getting your first ever pinger as like a little 11-year-old boy in Turkey stroking a cat. And going, I know what happiness is, mummy.
I think I did jack off for the first time on that trip, but I don't think it was related to Turkey. I think I was on a boat. That wasn't the first time.
Sorry, Eleanor.
Oh, sorry. Before
Sorry,
we
I
get
didn't know this was a very Shane Dawson podcast.
Shane Dawson's Creek. Who's Shane Dawson?
He's a YouTuber who got cancelled for talking about molesting his cat.
No, I would never fuck a cat.
And yet here we are.
No, I just want to say,
I would never fuck a cat.
a human dressed as a cat. Yes,
yes.
please.
Again.
Only in my dreams.
Furries all alone in my bedroom.
What I would say is,
Yeah.
before I get to my unhinged YouTube comment, there is a cat on my landing called Ziggy.
Oh.
And, the first couple dozen times he's seen me, he would go, "Ah!" He would run away up the stairs, away from me. I remember the first time I came home from a gig and his wee eyes lit up. And he came over and I scrunched his wee head behind the ears and he went, and that's when they let you know that they're safe.
Yeah. That's some sick
So
shit
I
right
don't
there.
think that is unhinged. I think what I said was unhinged, but here's one I found about Memory by Ellen Page. Stephen Snyder 4384 said this 1 year ago. He said, I'm sitting here, just listen to and watch this incredible performance and bawling like a baby. This song hit me like a brick wall. I have memories of once being happy, of once loving someone and being loved back by that someone. I once walked through life with my beloved wife of 26 years. I once was a hero dad whose kids would run to him, eager to be swept up and lifted into daddy's loving arms. I once had all of that. I have memories of being happy once. But my selfishness and opioids took all that
Oh
away.
no. Not opioids. Come on.
I am now despised by my once adoring wife, hated by my children and shunned by friends and family. I have hurt and disappointed anyone whomever meant anything to me. Hell, I don't blame them. I can't stand myself. I'm no good to anyone anymore. Memories? Yeah, I got memories. They eat at the core of my being.
What the fuck?
Life has little meaning to me anymore. Yeah, I got memories.
What zero pussy does to a motherfucker?
What, too much pussy does to a
Too much
motherfucker?
pussy.
Too much
too much
opioids
cats.
does to a
Yeah,
motherfucker?
Jesus
For
Christ.
sure. Anyway.
Wow, there's someone with
That's incredible.
yeah. fucking-
Memories.
Yeah.
Imagine listening to the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical Cats and that's what your head, where your brain goes to. Jellicle cats are doing cartwheels out of bins, and there's a big fat cat who we're all judging for being obese. And then it
His
comes,
song is just about how much he eats.
and he's like, "Oh, I'm loving this. This is make me forget about how my children don't speak to me." 'cause
Or
I'm
the cat that has
opioid
cerebral
addict."
palsy.
Oh, no, I think
Doesn't have cerebral palsy.
they just say he's got the palsy. I think
Yeah.
that's old age.
That's not cerebral.
Right, okay.
But
That's
he's
just-
an old cat.
Right, okay.
And then he's played by a veteran actor, John Mills. My dad once delivered furniture to his house.
Wow.
No
Said, he,
disrespect.
said it was quite rude.
Was it like a big scratching post?
It's a bell on a rope.
It was a platform on a kind of rope.
Several platforms.
We're just kidding. He's not really a cat.
Imagine your dad delivered furniture.
We're just having
to-
fun, guys.
Imagine your dad delivered furniture to a cat, and then it was just a box instead of box.
But with holes in it.
yeah. Well, all boxes do.
There's a
but
cat that lives opposite me that my fucking dog just sits and she like cries out.
Oh.
She's like that. It's like she makes a weird noise she never makes anywhere else.
She loves him.
Is that, yeah,
I don't
what
know if it's
emotion
like a
is
Romeo
that?
and Juliet
Yeah.
situation. I don't know, man. I can't speak to my dog.
Interspecies.
I would love to know. Or interspecies. You should ask Chris. That's his fucking
Do
vibe.
you,
Fuck cats.
did you like how gay it was?
Yeah, I really liked how gay it was. I thought it was class.
It's
Did you
really,
like-
How gay is it?
Well, Mr.
pretty
Mistopheles
gay.
and Rum Tum Tugger, when Rum Tum Tugger's going,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big sexy cat like
Yeah.
Prince. I'm like,
He is like Prince. Oh, but he apparently was based on Mick Jagger.
yeah.
That's what
I can
Andrew
see
Lloyd
that.
Webber said.
if I can remind you, and also Mick Jagger of this sometimes, Mick Jagger is not black.
All right, hey, I agree. 100%. All right, I'm with you on
He's,
that.
You know?
I don't think Rum Tum Tugger is either. The actor, I mean.
You think so?
No. Well, I mean, that one wasn't. The
Yeah.
Jason Derulo is.
Jason Derulo, yeah.
Now we're just asking what race people are.
Yeah.
So.
That's what the podcast is, Eleanor.
Thanks for coming
We
on.
point at celebrities and we ask you to tell us what race they are. We've not even asked you what you think about 9/11. What do you think? What do you think happened?
I've got
9/11?
a new one, by the way.
A new feature.
Yeah, because I think we've kind of got to the bottom of what happened with 9/11.
Yep.
Have you seen Barbie or Oppenheimer yet?
I've seen Barbie
Right.
because I'm a girl.
Do you know who Oppenheimer? You know about the life of
I
Robert
know
Oppenheimer?
all about Oppenheimer. I just finished a 5-hour podcast about him.
Do you think the Allies were justified in their act of dropping the bomb? I might ask every guest this now. Do you?
No,
Fair
no,
play.
especially not the second one.
Have you seen
Do you know, honestly, fool me once.
drop a life-destructing nuclear bomb on
Drop
my
a
village
nuclear bomb on me
once?
once. Shame on you.
Yeah. Become death once.
Do you
Shame
know
on
Become destroyer of worlds once.
the ship that was carrying the plutonium they needed for it to Japan on the way back? That was the USS Indianapolis that sunk and was a big disaster and sharks ate people. That's the one that the guy from Jaws was on.
Right.
Yeah, when he goes, 100 men went in.
That's a great fact.
Wow. Because I know that Godzilla is...
Huh?
What?
What?
Well,
We're talking about real things.
No,
I think I know
That's
where
very
it's
interesting
going.
you say that because actually Miss Piggy and I... What?
Godzilla is Japan's response to the atomic age.
Yeah,
Right.
they're very traumatized.
Do you think that Jaws is America's response? Do you think,
Oh,
you know, when Clint is speaking about,
Yeah.
you know, being on that boat, so he's not directly responsible, he's
So
not.
do you think that
Bobby
Cats is Britain's response to the atrocities of nuclear war? That's the question we've got for you.
Can I ask
Yeah.
both of you a kind of sincere question?
Please.
This is one of
only
the...
if it's kind of sincere.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I have an answer. I think like this is one of the more like I don't want to get into if I enjoy this or not, right? But not yet. But this was one of the most successful musicals of all time.
Crazy.
What do you think the appeal of it is?
I don't know because it's weird, isn't it? Because it's so weird that it's unusual that it was so popular because it's not very accessible. It doesn't make much sense.
Doesn't have a plot.
It's boring.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's like a bad thing that everybody loved
I mean,
so
agree to
much.
disagree, but I would actually say it is accessible because, unlike a lot of musicals, obviously a lot of musicals are in places with lots of tourism, but Cats, you don't really have to really know what's happening to get into it.
I think it actually hold you back.
Yeah, so you can be a tourist from a country that doesn't speak English, come and watch Cats.
Much like Mr. Bean.
Yeah, it's the Mr. Bean of the
It is
musical
the
theatre.
Mr. Bean of the musical theatre world.
Wow. That's
There
a
you go.
hot take.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's sung through as well. It's like just add a few lines of dialogue and just make it much easier for everybody.
I don't think that would help.
I hate sung through musicals.
Can I give
Les Mis can eat ass as well.
Oh.
Les Mis can eat ass.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what I hate is speak singing. I do hate speak singing.
Sprixie.
Colette, would you like to come this way?
Yeah, that's,
I am feeling very tired. I have sold a loaf of bread.
yeah.
There is a cat over
Stephen
here.
Sondheim as well, but I know that's controversial, so I won't get into it.
My interpretation for
You're worried about being controversial on the podcast immediately after discussing Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer's crimes.
I think we're
I
okay.
stand by that.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really interesting question, and I think that this cat musical is popular because don't we all just wish we could enter the world of cats sometimes?
No.
You know.
I don't.
I
I'm a dog
do.
guy. I'd love to be a dog.
There was a dog bit.
Where the cats pretend to be dogs?
Yeah.
Offensive to dogs. They're
What
like
about when
pretending they're like playing out this big dog fight in the park. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this for? Who's this for? Is this for the dog audience?
for cats,
They're not going to like this.
It was pro.
Bertie went fucking crazy during that bit.
I went.
The same. Bertie went the same way I went when I heard him doing Cockney accents. That's fucking cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
I made the note. It's like the Avengers,
Oh.
where they're assembling this team at the start, and then near the end, I'm like, when are the Avengers going to assemble?
Yeah.
Like when is every cat going to team up to sort McCavity out? And like,
Become a super cat.
Yeah.
why
I
would they introduce all these cats if they weren't going to all come back at one
Yeah.
point?
I think it's like the Avengers in that it's far too long and it's boring and it's for fucking idiots.
Yeah,
I think the tunes are catchy.
They're
And I
not.
think, okay.
Sorry.
And I think where it taps into a time for me where I was full of joy and joie de vivre.
Yeah, and your brain was mush because you were 8 years old. So
Gang joie de vivre.
Yeah.
As they say.
When you were a baby, unformed brain baby,
Yeah.
and you thought this was good then.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Can
Speaking
you
of-
just be nice to Eleanor, please?
Speaking of catchy tunes,
Yeah.
Would you guys review the tattoo? Click on the Google image search and we'll choose if it's tattoo or tattoo. We're judging the ink, yeah, that's what we do. The full sleeve or face tats, mixed girl or wing, but you pick the design. Is it a bat or just fine? A dragon or a
Go!
pretentious? So
Go!
you will not hide. We will decide if it's tattoo or tattoo. Yeah.
Sang in the style of Rom Tum Tugger, I believe. That was good.
That was really good.
Thank you very much. Andrew Lloyd Webber does not have tattoos.
Okay, end of feature.
No.
But
What?
I have found a tattoo on the internet of a fan's tattoo.
I'm very excited about
Um,
this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Rom Tom Tugger, there he is.
Okay, so there is, for the audio listener, someone has got a tattoo of Rum Tum Tugger on their
The
arm.
racially ambiguous cat, Rum Tum Tugger.
I thought it was supposed to be Prince,
Yeah.
Oh, he is a bit princey, yeah.
but apparently it's Mick Jagger. But then Mick Jagger, I mean, they stole all of their music
Mick
from
Jagger
black
was
people
never
anyway.
like, bow.
Yeah, he is.
No, he was like, oh yeah.
I'm a little
I've
too
got a little teapot.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my handle, here's my spout, you fucking slag. You know? Whereas, Prince was not like that.
He's far more Prince coded,
like,
I think.
Ow.
That actor was in EastEnders a couple of years ago. He had a big storyline. John something.
It was Dirty Dan.
very talented.
It wasn't Dirty Dan.
It wasn't. Dirty.
Come on.
He drove
Stop
a car.
spreading misinformation on the internet.
He drove a car into a river full of children. The car was full of children, not the river.
I love that bit in Cats where Rum Tum Tugger hands the divorce papers to his wife on Christmas Day.
I'll take that. Oh, you're around me.
I like his quiff. I like his.
Well, that
Collar.
kind of.
Eleanor, let's say, okay, you meet a lovely person,
Yeah,
okay?
right.
It's a first date.
Sure.
You turn up. You go for a nice dinner somewhere. They go,
They
"Do you
are
know what?
wearing a jacket with sleeves.
They're wearing a jacket with sleeves. You're having a nice dinner. You share a starter.
Sure.
He or she, they're charming. They're very funny, they're witty. They get you laughing. You have a glass of wine. You're feeling a bit giggly. And then they go, "Do you know what? It's a bit warm in here." They take off their jacket and reveal that they have a Rum Tum Tugger tattoo in this photorealistic style on their left
It's a
bicep.
little bit more impressionistic than fully photorealist. It does have the shading inherent in the photorealist style, but I do believe that look at the little flecks of light.
The flecks of light, you're right. Okay.
It's a little impressionistic.
Yeah, okay, right. So it's a combination perhaps of the two. Do you think there will be a second date is the question?
You know what? Maybe because
You love it.
You're a furry.
no. The something about we'd immediately have something to talk about where I'd be like, I love Rom Tom Tugger.
Yeah, okay.
Not as much
And
as
And then
you.
you're like, then you show them your Rum Tum Tugger tattoo.
It's here's the thing, right? I think as someone who's quite scared of dating, because what it is inherently when I meet people, I think they're going to bully me. So
And obviously that's been proved correct.
Yeah, I
today.
feel terrible for having bullied you for an hour
no,
now.
it's fine. It's an energy I give out.
Jesus Christ.
But so if someone was on a date with me and I thought they were very impressive, I was a bit intimidated, but then this happened, I'd be able to be like, this person's just as much of a loser as me.
Yeah, okay.
And
So
we
it's a
can-
woohoo from you.
I guess it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, see if I met someone and they rolled down, they took off their jacket to reveal their tank top, and they had this bad boy rocking on their arm. Would I want to fuck? I'd want to chop the arm off and fuck the arm. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I wouldn't, just to clarify, if I met someone after this podcast who had that tattoo, then I just assumed they'd heard the podcast
Yeah.
and were trying to.
Yeah, that would be
That would be weird.
Yeah.
It's nice to have people take an interest.
I if I saw
Not
if
to
someone,
deny
if
your
someone
life
showed me this on
experience.
a date, I think I would break the land speed record. I'd
To the
I'd
fucking
be out of there.
marriage chapel.
I'd have so many
The marriage
questions.
chapel
I'm not sure if someone who had that
to the
tattoo.
condom
Green.
shop.
To the content.
Give me the biggest condom you have, please, sir.
I'm not sure.
That's what happens, I
It's
think.
gonna get inside it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jump inside.
I'm not
of,
sure someone who had that tattoo would want to have sex with me, though. If you see what I mean.
Honestly,
No.
disagree.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Wait, why was I saying thank you?
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel.
Well, just because if you like cats and they like cats, I mean, if I
I don't think they're like women, is what I'm saying.
oh,
Yeah, I think they might be gay.
their name is Klaus.
Oh, in real
So
life.
does that change your opinion? It's a German person. I'm not going on a date in the
You know
first place.
what? I can definitely see the Germans being into cats.
Oh, look at them running around with their little
Oh,
tails.
Mr. Mistopheles
Yeah,
is
you've
so
seen-
clever with his magic tricks.
You've seen Cabaret, you know what
He
they're
can shoot
Yeah.
lightning out of his fingers.
Yeah.
paws.
His little paws.
Or so is there something Brechtian about where's
Yeah,
cats society?
it's more of an operato than a traditional American musical. Yeah. Oh.
Exactly.
I'll tell you some bits I hated the most.
Oh yeah.
Long musical interludes.
Yep.
So boring.
I
So
did. I
boring.
was worried that I did message Chris about that and say, you don't have to listen to all of it. I can just give you the classic songs.
No, come on. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it.
No, I
We're
appreciate
gonna
that.
do it. We're gonna do
You
it.
think I'm going to soft cock cats? Come on. If I'm going in, I'm going in.
That's not how I look at what.
So
I do
yeah,
here.
the long interludes. You didn't like those?
The plot was entirely bizarre, but that's not much of a problem, really. I think what you said
It's
is
a
right.
musical.
They waste all. There are some musicals with fantastic plots.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Thank you. Okay. There are others, I'm sure. But it doesn't lean into its. It doesn't justify its bizarreness enough. I think it's like it's too much of. It's like it is a story. It is a story. You just have to find it.
I think I liked it more. Well, you like Dark Souls, don't you? And that
Mm-hmm.
kind of does the exact same thing. Kind of hides its story behind lore.
Oh.
It's his favourite video game of all time, which is this game where they
Can I
don't-
say, I hate the story. I like playing Dark Souls because it's challenging. I like the gameplay. I don't
the
fucking read.
story's incredible.
I don't read. I don't read item descriptions
This
to
guy
get my
doesn't
story.
know who Seif the Scaleless even is. Man.
Exactly. I don't
pathetic.
care.
I
I would play a Dark Souls version of Cats though that I could fucking cut Mr.
You've
Mistopheles' head
invited
clean off.
Eleanor on to talk about cats. You're talking about Dark Souls right now.
You brought it up.
I would agree with you, Liam. I actually think the thing about cats is it's not really for anyone, and the people who do like it are. I think Lindsay Ellis does a very good video essay about cats, about like what the hell is cats, and I think she says it's for lonely 8-year-olds, perverts, and stay-at-home mums,
And
and
you're all three.
I'm all three.
I like Lindsay Ellis. You seen her videos? She's funny. She's good.
It's a great video. It's very funny. It's a good deep dive into like how did cats come about? Why is it popular? What I mean, it doesn't really answer any of those.
What was
'cause
that
it's-
insane video she did where she basically gave a reason of all the criticisms. She went through all the criticisms that ever where she rang with a
she
bell.
got cancelled.
That was fucking crazy.
I think she basically invented the YouTube video essay, and I think she's just been online for so long, and I think she was like, you know what, fuck everyone.
Some people are too online,
Yeah,
including me,
including all of us.
and it's broken my brain.
Yeah,
I'm never ever going to watch Cats again in my life.
Jellicle cats are
And I tell you what else, I'm going to pull out the very occasionally used
Oh no.
Vito?
the veto card, the Danny DeVito. We normally add songs from the album that we've listened to onto the ever-growing Enjoying Album playlist. I don't want any of this on the playlist.
Memory. Memory's good.
Memory, but that's it.
Memory.
Memory, but that's it.
All alone in the moon.
We didn't even talk about how he's a fucking plagiarist, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
No, we didn't. No.
There's like the song I've got to
I
read
think we
down.
might have to do Cats too in a year's time. Come back with the remake.
And we can do the 2021.
yeah.
If you listen to the Pink Floyd song, it's not written down.
Some people would say Bolero is memory is just a takeoff on.
Yeah, there's a Pink Floyd song where it actually has dum, da, 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 dum,
Yeah, there has been accusations.
As Oscar Wilde once said, it's cool to steal stuff.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's why he went to prison, I think.
No, it was for different. It was more Cats related reasons.
The
Wild would I love this.
Phantom of the Opera is in my ass. I'm so sorry.
Well,
I hope you get cancelled.
every week we add a song on. Wait, so you're vetoing your own choice? You're not vetoing everybody's ability to put stuff on it, are they?
I'm saying Memories is the only song that I can just about bear being gone.
By us, and then Eleanor's here.
Eleanor doesn't. No more cats.
What
songs
song
on the
would you
playlist.
put on this?
It's not going on.
What's your favourite
You can
song?
say it all you like. It's not going on. I've pulled a Danny DeVito out. So
Yeah, you.
There's
So
a whisper down the line at 11:39 when the night rail's ready to depart, saying, "Skimble, where is Skimble?
Skimble
He must
Shank's
be
the
very
railway
nimble.
cat."
We must find him or the train can't start."
okay, so we're putting on Skimbleshanks, the railway cat, and we're putting on Memory, and every week we also put on a track each, me, Liam, and the guest, inspired by the conversation. I don't think I ran this past you, but
No, you didn't.
any
just any song tangentially related to the conversation we were having for the last hour. I will go first. I will put on a Pink Floyd song. I'll put on "The Great Gig in the Sky" by Pink Floyd. The song
it's
that
a
it's
great
actually.
song.
I would like. Sorry.
it's a great song.
I would like to put on the song that it is that they ripped off. However, it's 25 minutes long. So we're putting "The Great Gig in the Sky."
See, we were talking about the Lord of the Rings musical. I'm going to put on.
They've
from-
taken the hobbits to Isengard. Isengard.
God.
I'm
I'm going to stick on the song from the film soundtrack, the Uruk Hai. You know, it's like. Dum, dum, bum, bum,
Oh
dum,
yeah.
dum, bum, dum, dum, dum,
You can put an Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings onto the playlist.
dum, dum, dum.
Okay.
I don't listen to it. It's just good music, isn't it?
Yeah, but I listen to it. I put it on.
Oh, you would like the song when you're going for a wee run?
I don't listen to it to run.
You could put Regina Spektor on if you wanted.
Oh yeah. Well, she hasn't got any cats related songs.
I think we'll have you back to speak about Regina Spektor as well, though, another time. We would
Thank
love to have you
you.
back on.
I
You've
was-
been a wonderful
I was-
Great
guest.
guest.
I appreciate that.
Great guest.
Yeah.
Great guest. Great joining in with the great riffs that we have here at the Monkey Barrel Studios.
Jokes.
Who killed Jennifer Hudson?
No.
Family.
Bring it up
Oh,
again.
that bit's cut. That bit's
not.
cut out.
If I bring it up enough, it can't get cut.
I don't agree with that bit. Just
No, obviously you don't.
No,
Think that
can
funny.
we actually only cut the bits where Eleanor says she doesn't agree with it? That's the bit I want cut out. And I just want that laugh there
Yeah,
placed throughout the episode at all the worst jokes.
every time.
Eleanor, a Regina Spektor song?
China?
Shut up. Shut
Can I
up.
put Ghost of Corporate Future on?
Yeah, sick.
Yes.
Okay, so Uruk Hai theme, Ghost of Corporate Future,
Future.
Regina Spektor.
Yep. The Great Gig in the Sky
and
by
The Great
Pink
Gig in
Floyd.
the
The
Sky by
three
Pink Floyd.
genders.
The free genders you can be.
Thank you so much, Eleanor, for coming in. Eleanor, you're doing a couple of whips during the Fringe
I
at Monkey
am.
Barrel Comedy. What time and where?
14th, 15th, 16th, Monkey Barrel 2. Various times that I can't remember, but they're all in the afternoon.
Great.
And
We
I'm
can make sure this comes out before then, can't we?
I hope so. And you are doing
I'm
a
doing
one-off show at the
one-off
stand.
character show at the stand on the night of the 14th.
And speaking of characters, if people want to see some of the examples of your great characters, they can find you online. Where did they do that?
Well, it used to be Twitter. God knows. YouTube. They're all on YouTube.
X.
Sorry, X. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all the usual places.
Threads.
Threads. Yes, Threads. Not Blue Sky because they don't allow videos.
And TikTok as well. So,
TikTok as well.
So Eleanor's videos, if you haven't seen them, are great. Eleanor's great characters online. They're all very funny. Make sure you check them out. Thank you so much for coming in, Eleanor. You've been fantastic. Sorry that I bullied you for an hour. I
No,
hope it
that's
wasn't
all right.
too triggering. But you made me watch Cats for 2 hours, so that's twice as long.
Totally fair.
Twice as
You
long.
didn't bully me,
and
don't
twice as bad.
Don't worry.
It's fun to bully people.
I agree with that. That's the.
I wouldn't say you were bullied. I think you're a great guest.
Thank
and,
It's great to learn that you think that the bombing of Hiroshima was justified.
She said it wasn't.
I said it was, no, I said no, and I said Nagasaki was.
Edit it, so I'm right.
Thank you so much for listening.
Dear listener and viewer, thank you so much for letting us inside your ears and brain for the hour, and we hope you had a wonderful time.
Peace and love in the new millennium.